Hey lads, Temps here, welcoming you to our Aston Villa career mode on FIFA 13. We're going now, and what we're going to do in this series is basically do something that Paul Lambert couldn't do, and that's basically making them a successful team. Obviously, he will be getting the sack sooner or later, hopefully, because I cannot put up with the man. He is what I call a twat. He is a horrible person. You do not leave one team to go to another that are very near each other. Backstory, I won't get into detail, but you see me now doing the Champions League, and I'm just making it hard for Chelsea and Arsenal because that's how I do it. We're on the new FIFA channel. I hope you are here to stay. Obviously, if we can grow as a FIFA channel, that'd be amazing. My main channel obviously is Formula 1 orientated, and this channel is going to be all about the FIFA. We're going to have montages, squad builders, and the player reviews, maybe some trading to 1 million if you're lucky. But Aston Villa are basically going to be one of them teams we're going to struggle to put forward. They've got a very young team, very pacey team. We'll get offers for players, we'll bring in players. I want to make it a team that has very much potential in mind, so they'll grow into great players. And two positions we're going to be looking at. I think we're going to start off our formation, which you'll see in a minute. I'll probably kick off the formation, making it a what do you call it? I'm going to make the formation 4-3-3, and then I might have a switched around to 4-4-1-1 later on. Because in this game I do not show you the two simulated matches, but the one match I do show you is absolutely amazing. This is a long episode, so I hope you do and enjoy it. Now we're changing the name of the stadium to Villa Park. I don't think Aston Villa have it. They must have a nickname. I just don't know what it is. And this could be the last season we see Aston Villa as a Premiership team. Same with QPR. And that's just really upsetting. I think Aston Villa have got lots of legacy since they lost Barry and Milner. Things have just not been the same for them, and I'm just hoping they can go back to former glory one day. But that's what we're here to do. We're going to try and get them back to their former selves. Now I'm just putting in my details. I don't think I even edit the way it looks, because that's just stupid. Nobody does that. It's a waste of time and a waste of space. Making it change, it doesn't really affect it. I think they all look the same. They all look really old and fat. They basically all look like Sepp Blatter. And you've just got basically nothing to do. And yeah, I just go advanced, can't be bothered. It says my country, slim body, the skin tone is light, navy suit. Navy suit I would have probably gone for, because grey looks like it's meant for a wedding, black's a funeral, navy's very formal. I don't know why I'm going on about suits, but we're going to go on with it. So, Glazebrook sets to take Aston Villa by storm. If you don't know, that is my surname, so get over yourself. We're coming through now, and we've started our new career. That is my PSN account down there. Yes, I'm on PlayStation. The reason why I've only got 5,000 little coins, I had about 12,000 originally, but we've gone down because I bought some player career edits, because I like playing my player career. I like it, and I've upgraded my player to the strongest he can be. So now we're coming up, and we've also looking for an opportunity for an international stage management. No, I'm not. I hate international management. I cannot put up with it. I hate it. I despise it. But eventually, like after maybe 2 seasons, I might have a look at some international jobs. I'm not going to go for the big club. I might go for an underdog and go through. And this is the team we have. So looking at the formation, I think we go for a 4-3-3 normal, because it's got quite a good sense of width and speed, and one of the players I look to bring in actually would fit into this team really nicely. The reason being is because I have 2 targets in mind, and that's a left back and a right winger. Now the reason for a right winger is because they have Mark Brighton, and I'm not Mark Brighton's biggest fan. I'll be looking to sell him at the end of this, and many people would think, oh yeah, winger, bring in Raheem Sterling. Now the man I bring in, you'll see later, and it's a pretty typical one. I love Charles Nzogbu as well. He's a great player, and I'm probably going to end up looking to try and loan out Weimann, keep back Darren Bent, and Gabriel. We'll have Gabriel Agbonlahor and Benteke on the bench, Bent up front. But if we do end up going for 2 strikers, we'll probably have Bent and Benteke, because Agbonlahor I find quite sluggish on career mode. So we just have to go through. There's a young lad called Hurd who's a 67 rated. Probably keep him on the bench for the meantime. We've got Nathan Barker on the back bench, who's a great player, and the goalkeeper, obviously that is probably the best player in the team, Shay Given. He's an absolute legend, and you'll see in the game later, he just is so good. I love the man. He is such a good player, and he just gets to everything. He's so amazing. But the team after making this team, I've quickly realised that I have in fact got Mark Brighton, and I just switch things around. Obviously Eric Lehigh, he's a great player as well. He'll be playing at fullback, and we do in fact get rid of Stephen Warnock to one of the teams that I trade with. I trade for a player. Obviously though, there's got lots of potential in his team. Alan Hutton's on the bench as well. He's okay, but I like Eric Lehigh. He's a good player. Warnock's not even the starting group. You see there, Warnock number 3 above Marshall, who's coming to the last season. I noticed Richard Dunn and Stilian Petrov. Stilian Petrov's another man who could be going out. Because I remember not so long ago I did a career mode with Aston Villa, and he's one of the men who likes to leave. So, you know, he's pretty much a legend at Aston Villa. He's obviously suffering with an illness at the moment. But he's a great player. You've also got Richard Dunn, who's a superstar, and he's a great man, and he's very good in the air, and hopefully he can bring that class to the team. Very young team with Fabian Delph, Banham, Al-Amadi. We'll learn how to say that. Now we're just going on to the what you call it, the transfer targets, and these are the selling players. So you've got like Marshall. Look at the age of our goalkeepers. 37 and 32, very much an old goalkeeping lineup. But you know, we've got some experienced players in there. It just goes from 32 straight down to 26. So you've got a bit of a gap there. We'll be looking, and you know, we've got Brett Holman, who I was thinking of bringing in, but then I end up just saying, all right, just loan all these players. I'm just going through who I want there. Look, you got Guzan. I don't know. I believe he's American, but I'm going to keep Shea Given and go. I was considering getting John Guidetti, who has a great potential, or Ter Stegen, but looking at my budget, I decided against doing that, because when I watch him, when I play with him in the game, that really does take everything out of consideration. He's just an absolutely amazing player. Also loaning out Lowton, because he has a great potential, and hopefully he can do something. Bennett, he's a good player as well. You've got Mark Albrighton, who's going to grow into a great player, but I don't really like him. My favourite 2 players in this team, actually Fabian Delph and Barry Banham, very good players. Delph has got a great potential, so has Bannon, and Benteke, obviously a very good player. We all know how good he is. Great signing by Paul Lambert for him. But the strikers wise, they've got so many of them, and at the end of the season we're going to get Delfonso, and you know, we're just going to have to try and sell these players as quick, sell some of these players, because Delfonso, he's coming back and he's a very good player as well. So we've got very young, very pacey players, and Agbonlahore's only 25 when you think about it. And the fact that he's 25, EA have kind of screwed him over, because he went from a 79 rated, 76, and now he's a 72. I feel a little bit sorry for Agbonlahore. I don't think he's that bad, I just think he needs a chance. And you can see like the young lad like Daniel Johnson, and also Graham Burke. Graham Burke's a very good player indeed. He's one of my personal favourites. I've used him before, and he's very good. And on Football Manager as well, he does have a good amount of potential. So I'd advise anyone who's at a lower league team going out and trying to get Burke, because he is quite a good player. Andres Weimann, though, I put out on loan as well. But basically, I'm putting players on loan, and I'm going to get the odd offer for players like Darren Bent and Agbonlahore, because them two are probably the most standout players of the team. No one's going to put in an offer for Shea Given, because he is obviously getting on in life. And you know, you see my strikers there, very young strikers. You've got 28 Bent and 25 Agbonlahore, they're the oldest. But we're going for our first player, Jetto Williams, a player I had on my old Colchester career mode on my other channel. Going in for a bit of him for 2.5 million, plus the Stephen Warnock. I believe it's Warnock. No, it's Alan Hutton who I put in the end for him. Main reason for this is because, you know, I just want to get rid of Alan Hutton. He's getting on, and we put in a bid for him. And the other man is Wilfried Zaha. They're the 2 main targets I had in mind, and we're going to go in and try and sign both of them. Wilfried Zaha is just an unbelievable player, and I do in fact put Stephen Warnock in for this. So, you know, Stephen Warnock for this for Crystal Palace isn't a bad player. He can actually bring in some experience and hopefully help them along in their way. But the main thing for me was that I really want to sign Wilfried Zaha. He's such a star. £4.3 million bid, and then we get an offer from West Ham for Charles Nzogbia, and I'm straight away rejecting that one because I'm a big Charles Nzogbia fan. We also get an offer for Stephen Warnock, and I counter offer it because I'm a little bit tentative. I don't mind if he goes, but I do want to keep him at the same time. He does bring that S of experience to the club. And you know, we just have to go through. But we get an offer. Now we get an offer in for Darren Bent, one of the obviously expected. And you know, £14 million it can be expected. I put in a £16 million bid in the end. So if they, I don't think they accept that. They're obviously you're not going to pay £16 million for a man who's 28. I believe that I can't remember who signed him. Tottenham signed him for 16 million, and Thierry Henry also went for 16 million in the same year. Wilfried Zaha comes back and they accept that offer. I'm going to go for a 5-year contract and an important first team player. So that could be very, very interesting indeed. And Jetto Williams PSV come back for Jetto Williams and say we want a little bit more, so I put in a £3 million bid, and now things are getting exciting. Gabriel Egbonlahor comes in with an offer from Siena, and I'm going to counter offer it for about 3.8 million, and I doubt they're going to take that. But if they do take it, then I can always bring in another player. Now we've got going. PSV have accepted for Jetto Williams. It's just a case now of us getting in a contract. Crucial first team player because he's going to be such an important role. And I also set up a scout. Now you see here we have two scouts, one from Greece and one from Portugal. The reason I go for the one in Portugal is because if I can do a scout report on some players, then I might be able to find the next Cristiano Ronaldo, something like that. So might be our next player. But we signed Jetto Williams, and we now assign our scout into Portugal. I start off thinking, where is it? Then I realise it's South Europe. So we're just going to go and put in Portugal and hopefully find an amazing player like Ronaldo. 178 grand this guy's getting. I was going to put in technically gifted, but I just decided let's go for anything. And that's it. And basically our first game is against Real Madrid. So what are the chances? In the 9th minute, Real Madrid get off to an okay start, but we defend very well. Darren Bent finding Wilfried Zaha. Wilfried Zaha trying to play through Darren Bent, but Pepe is just so strong, and that just shows you how well their team is. I mean, Darren Bent's a very pacey player, and they're straight on the counter-attack. Cristiano Ronaldo there with his quick feet, making a one pass to Modric, back to Cristiano Ronaldo, and a nice solid save there from Shay Given. In the 35th minute, though, we are back on the attack. We're passing the ball around, but they just intercept us in play, and, well, that's a bummer. Jetto Williams on his debut gets injured. So we're just going to have to put someone else in there. It's so annoying that. But, we're going to have to deal with it. Bring on Nathan Barker. I think I put Kieran Clark left back and Ryan Dunn in the middle. So, that's a little bit disappointing. Jetto will be out for about 4 weeks. But Cristiano Ronaldo there on the attack. And you see some great goalkeeping from Shay Given as Jose Callahan has a rebound shot. Now they're just passing it around Real Madrid, and we intercept them in play. Stephen Ireland finds El Hamadi playing through Wilfried Zaha, who gets one-on-one on goal and misses an absolute sitting chance against Iker Casillas. But our defence was holding on. Jose Callahan is through, plays the ball up into the air to Cristiano Ronaldo, plays Shay Given, a bit of glitching, it goes in the back of the net, but sadly for them it is offside. And guys, that is actually how the game ends, surprisingly enough. You'll see now the game actually ends there, and we get a 0-0 draw with Real Madrid. So I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. This is the new series. I hope you're enjoying. My name is Temps. I'll see you later. Bye.